3 U.S. service members were killed in a drone strike in Jordan. So a lot of people are asking, what are we doing there?
What's the retaliation? When we gonna get that lick back?
Yeah.
What's going on? They said, they talking about they about to do a week's worth of damage. I was like, bruh, don't announce, what's going on.
That
Do that
part.
shit like how Obama did it. When he killed Lottie Dottie. He was at a dinner.
Body. Absolutely.
And was like, yeah. As soon as the dinner was over, he came out. Gave a little note saying that we have killed what was that? America's #1 terrorist. Came out and gave us that speech, but you know how that go. But this, my man, old man, I need you to take the lead on this, man. That's your neck of the woods, man. Give us the rundown, man. What's the mood, man? What's the mood?
First, condolences to the family.
That part.
3 families lost their loved ones in a drone strike here in Jordan. This is the beginning of World War III. This is how it starts.
Okay.
Well, this is how it continues, I guess. But so the U.S. military has opened up bases all throughout the Middle East. This one here was operated for special forces, and they come under a drone strike, end up killing 3 service members and wounding 40 or more others. This is nuts, man. A lot of people were asking, what are we doing there? And it looks like we're building up for a war. We're getting everything in place. Of course, Jordan is right next to Israel, and it's kind of, next to Syria. It's in the middle of all the hot spots. And this is what we do. We put things in place before everything actually kicks off, and we get it going. So President Biden has talked about retaliation. And of course, the Iranian rebels have said this is retaliation for some of the shit we've already done in the area. And
that don't make the news.
Yeah, that don't make the news. So this is going to get ugly. This is going to get real ugly, real quick.
I'm still tripping. It was just this one strike.
No, see, these bases are getting hit all the time, and that's what's not really being publicized. Is that these places get hit all the time just for being there. Like, everybody knows where these places are over here, and the problem is that of course they're running operations out of these bases, so everybody kind of knows where the Americans are, and they're just huge targets. They're out in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of times they'll have locals who work on the base and are able to kind of spot things out.
Call the homie.
So it's really crazy. So when I was in Iraq, I was there for the war, and I stayed after the war, and I was one of the guys that opened up a former Iraqi base that was operated by the U.S. during the war, and then was given back to the Iraqis, and it was empty when I got there. And of course, when we got there, it was about 4 of us, and they started bringing in locals. Now, before the locals showed up, we would get mortar attacks and rocket attacks and stuff like that, but it wouldn't hit anything. The space was so fucking big, it wouldn't hit anything. But as soon as we started getting locals there, this shit started getting closer to shit that mattered. Like, I got photos that I think Ed seen.
You sent me where the motherfucker hit, and then he panned over and showed me where he was sleeping. I was like, my dude.
Yeah.
Like, for real?
Yeah. So, luckily, this one came in and it didn't detonate. But of course, there was only a few of us there, so we didn't have EOD, the explosives crew, the Hurt Locker guys with the big fucking bomb suits on to go defuse this thing.
Yeah.
they put caution tape around his bitch. You walk past it every day to go get chow. Wow, sat there undetonated for like a week.
What?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was insane, man. Insane.
That's scary.
But it's these places are hot spots, are huge targets, and hopefully we can keep our service members safe.
Good luck.
Until
Yeah,
it's
big ups.
war.
Big ups to you shine a light on it because everybody's so worried about what's going on in this social media stuff and rap artists. I'm like, it's a reason for all of that. Like, y'all got to pay attention. So,
yeah.
that's crazy. That's kind of scary.
That's why I was asking. I was like, hold on now. They just saying they focusing really heavy on this one base. And I was like, it couldn't have just been this one isolated. It has to be something else going on. He was like, yeah, man, they get hit all the time. It's just, maybe no casualties, but shit's, been popping off for a minute.
Yeah. And of course, when we invade a place, we really never leave. Like we're still in Germany, we're still in Japan. Yeah, we're still everywhere. It's just not a huge presence, but we're still there. Like the Iraqi bases, they're still getting hit all the time. And it just doesn't make the news, But yeah, these guys are under constant threat all the time, no matter where you're deployed at.
Yeah, they keep saying, oh, he brought home the troops too fast. I was like, we still got troops everywhere. No, but we're never gone. We're never gone.
And even when you don't have troops there, they'll keep defense contractors. So they'll keep triggermen, the Department of State personnel, they're still a huge presence there. And maybe they might not be uniformed service members. They're former service members, and they're there, with weapons and ready to take it to them streets if they have to. Of course, Blackwater was one of the huge contractors back in the day that did operations and things like that were kind of off the books. But these companies, they're around and they operate all the time. Matter of fact, Blackwater is still a thing. They're just not called Blackwater anymore. These companies just switch names, and it's the same old game, just different uniforms.
Allegedly, to keep my partner safe.
That part.
Allegedly, we just talking random thoughts, and neither here nor there. We just chopping it up with y'all. So be easy.
It'll make me have to come over here and smack somebody for messing with my caddy.
Hey, it's on me. I'm the one over here taking this blood money, so it is what it is.
It's work.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Hey man, but if you get it over here, it still work, man.
Yeah, so man.
That's how that go. But man, shout out to the family. We lost three soldiers, 3 African American soldiers, and I wonder where's BLM. Where's the outcry and the protest and the whatnots, going on around this. I'm not hearing a lot of noise about it. Some, because they're pretty much saying this is going to trigger, WW3, but I'm just saying where they at.
Yeah, this is definitely going to elicit a response.
It's so, to me, it's bigger than Black Lives Matter. Because we all like
these are soldiers, but they just happen to be, just think if it was, the other way. Well, how fast of a response, would
I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
That's all. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Let's keep it all the way funky.
Yeah, that's us. We over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's minorities make up the majority of the military,
I saw some over there in the UK. They talk about it's about to be mandatory. That's gonna have to. Like, if you of a certain age or whatever, I don't give a shit. You're gonna have to jump in. You got to get in this mix. They're like, 'cause we don't have, troops like that. So we're gonna need every able body. Yeah, get your ass. It ain't a draft. It's a mandate. Get your ass over there. So
yeah, just like Israel. Israel has a mandatory military requirement. So everybody that turns 18 has to join the military.
Damn.
They have to serve 2 years. So when you see like I really don't want to get into this, but everybody in Israel is a fucking soldier or a former soldier. They've all been trained.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trip. And those days are coming back. Did you see where the Navy, they have lowered the requirements for entry?
Not just them. Yeah. It's not just them. They said for the most part, most of the branches are like, oh, okay, you got that dad bod. You 35 pounds over. our legal limit. Fuck, we just need somebody who, fill out the uniform or whatever. We just need some bodies just to say that we could, we got a full squad. Yeah, they're the requirements.
All I'm saying, if they're going to do that over here, if you're going to put somebody on the front line, go to them prisons, get them little killers, and have them kill for a reason. You feel me?
There you go.
Yeah,
but that's taken away from the the folks that are shipping them off to these Walmart warehouses and also working in these fast food places. So you can't take somebody else's money. That's what that is. That's somebody's money. These prisoners are somebody's. That's a check.
That's horrible.
Each prisoner is a check.
That's facts.
Yeah, you see where this happened the last, like, when the Iraqi war became very unpopular. You saw this prison to military pipeline that they opened up for people that were like, they go to court and it's like, hey, you can go to jail, or you can join the Air Force, or you can join the Army, you can join the Navy. The Navy lowered the requirements. You don't need to have a GED or a high school diploma anymore. You just have to get a 50 on the ASVAB and be under 41 years old or 42 years old now. Yeah, so they up the age and
damn.
Yeah.
This world is kind of like it's making me look like, what the hell?
Oh, it's about to get busy. They about to get busy, boy.
Just like I said, all we doing is leasing life. That's all we're doing. That's what it is right now. Everybody feeling the pinch right now. So
yeah, it's gonna get weird because you got to think. We're bombing Yemen. We're bombing. We're bombing in Syria. We're about to be bombing in Iran. China's getting involved. Russia's involved.
Tripping.
We're in Ukraine. It's gonna get real ugly real quick.
So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. It's about to get really, really weird. Stay tuned.
Yeah, you better get in shape because the military is gonna need you here pretty soon. Hey, what would you do if you got drafted? I mean, they don't have a draft, but if they came knocking.
I'm 42. I'll be 43. So I'm safe, but unless I got 6 screws in a plate in my hip, I want everybody to know. So I don't think I could go, but if it was mandatory, what can I do? I would have to, right?
Yeah, I guess so. One of the things is looking back, like when they had the draft in Vietnam, the thought was that all these young men and women were going to fight in Vietnam. And when you look at the statistics, like most of the people killed in Vietnam were like in their 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I should come off this fast, and stay overweight. Ooh, no, but that's becoming scary, though. That's scary for you to ask me that. I'm just like, well, what I do? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people aren't looking at this as a reality. A lot of people are just living life going and worried about materialistic stuff. They're not worried about okay,
if you get the call,
tumbling down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can get real ugly. Yeah. This has been a problem for the military for a little bit. It was about a year or two ago. Some generals were talking. They're like, nobody in this country is really combat ready. Like everybody's overweight. Everybody doesn't want to. Don't have
relax.
Everybody nationalism.
Everybody doing this.
They're killing us with the food they're giving us. You're killing your soldiers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. That's scary. That gives you a lot to think about. You know what I mean? A lot to think about.
I'm going back to Tank's place in Mexico. I'm good. I'm straight. He's still got a few more months left on that lease. I'm going down there.
I'll meet you there. I'm gonna say, shoot. Is they gonna come and get me? Will they come and get me and say I gotta go now, or are they gonna give me a minute so I can escape?
I don't know, man. They got a lot of people to go through. Yeah, I don't think they.
Yeah, because I'm old. I'm old.
But I've said this before. I think the next big war is going to be fought by contractors.
Yeah.
There's so much money involved with defense contracting, and there's so many jobs that civilians can do on the military side and put the guy who joined the military to cook eggs or hand out pillows. They put that motherfucker on the front line and he kick it indoors. Like we saw that in Iraq, where dudes joined the army to be a cook, and next thing you know, they're running raids.
Yeah, my little cousin was in the Navy, and he was like, that doesn't mean shit. He was like, they were taking motherfuckers off the boat, putting them on the front line. He was like, man, no, he knew the dude who was doing the deployments or whatever. He said his name popped up like 2-3 times, had him kick him back down or whatever. He was like, man, I paid him. I did what I had to do. He was like, man, fuck that. That's again thinking I'm on the boat. I ain't going, I ain't got to strap up and do no real shit.
What scares me is like, are they going to come for us? Like people of color? Like you
Nah. Well,
not yet.
Who knows? Yeah, not
yet. Not yet. I think you have to be a little bit more involved, but yeah.
Are they gonna knock on our door first? Because they're like, we should go last because we're treated like shit.
Nah, we first in line for that kind of shit all day, every day. Be the main ones that they want to, pull into it, but you know how that go.
But here's the thing: like everybody's financial situation is getting worse by the day. I mean, we're last year we saw 10% rises in oh shit, I can't. Inflation, per month.
Inflation, just for everything. Everything.
Yeah.
So like, and that's due to the war coming.
It's just bad economy, but what they
I
say
was wondering, like, why would they do that? Because I never got that. Like first COVID, and we're like nobody could work, and then all of a sudden everything goes up. Like, how does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's because like things like STEMIs. You didn't think they was gonna get their money back?
Yeah,
that was just a loan. That wasn't, oh man, when we really want to help you make it through this. No, that's just a payday loan. They got you. And we still riding on that, on that bullshit.
There's people that's getting like, if you make, I know there's subsidy or some stuff like that. If you make under $50,000, like they pay you monthly, like it's still giving away. So that's crazy.
But it goes right back in. You're only using it to pay for $6 eggs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And $5 a gallon gas and, $4 a gallon milk and so on and so on. You're putting it right back in. You're not getting ahead. Nobody's living large off these damn, benefits and STEMI checks and all that shit. They're going to get their money back. They got long money. We don't. We got to spend that shit.
Truth be told, that's the reason why Germany, started the Holocaust and all that, is because their fucking economy went into the tubes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason for war.
But now we got the rich starting to, feel that itch, because now they talk about they can't insure, that guest home they have in California. They can't insure, that boat. Insurance is going through the fucking roof these days. So now they gotta laser focused on how come everything costs so much. Like, nah, you 6 figs and up. It didn't affect you, but now it's hurting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, companies, individuals, So that's what it is, man. All right, man. Let's continue on, man.
Yeah, brother. No jail time for a woman